So you guys know Sargon of Akkad. He is someone who is a total moron, and we've been over that quite a few times now. Whether it be him with Christy Winters and Kevin Logan, where where he's saying ridiculous things like Trump winning in a landslide when his win is one of the weakest wins. It's in like the bottom quarter, and like the bottom 25% of wins, and then he just started naming presidents' names that he knew. Super embarrassing. Totally embarrassing. Again, you can either watch my videos on that or you can just go watch the clip they have where they actually talk to him. It's pretty embarrassing to be quite frank with you. It was really sad. But this guy has a pretty deep history of saying dumb stuff. For example, he said that the Democratic Party of the United States has become the Socialist Party of America, which is insanely dumb because obviously the Democratic Party at this point is really barely left of center in any serious scaling, where you have the vast majority of Democrats being corporate Democrats at this point. They're not even so really very socially democratic, honestly. They're pretty much sellouts to their donors, and they are, like I said, barely left of center, man. That's pretty much what they are. Whether it be Nancy Pelosi saying every state can have a public option instead of rallying for even a national public option. She's so weak, she can't even do that. She says we need every state to have one. What? It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, there are a few things we're going to be tackling in this video. One of them being that he is a total idiot. The other one being why you shouldn't take him seriously. And then the third one is going to be some apparent delusions of grandeur at this point, because I don't know how else to put it. Other than delusions of grandeur and just weirdness altogether. Now, here's something interesting. So you guys know Bolsonaro. He is now the current president of Brazil, and he is just an outright fasci, pretty much. That's pretty much outright what he is. There are a lot of negative things about his presidency. He basically desires to be a dictator. He is a massive homophobe, etc., etc. And it's pretty sad that he got elected in Brazil. But there... Sargon sent out this tweet. I don't know how he hasn't been banned from Twitter yet, considering that all of his accounts previously have been banned. I don't know how he's been able to slip through the cracks. But basically, he was responding to a tweet from some dude on Twitter named the Grumpy Tanky, and he's got a hammer and sickle, which is pretty cringy if you ask me. Not a fan of the hammer and sickle at all. In fact, I think it's really stupid. But anyways, you have him saying supporting the destruction of the planet's ecosystem to own the lefties. Now, I believe Bolsonaro was basically like removing regulations of the Amazon and just kind of letting it be taken over to basically be destroyed in terms of environmentally speaking. And so the point being made by this person is like, oh, like you're supporting this to own the libs. And it's a meme because people do really dumb stuff where they think they're owning the libs. Let me put quotation marks, they're owning the libs. But Sargon responds to this saying, I don't support Bolsonaro, but the more people with Soviet symbols in their names moralize at me, the closer I'll get. So the reason why I said Bolsonaro is because he doesn't even know how to spell Bolsonaro. Now this tweet is from like a couple weeks ago. And what this means is, and this is hilarious, this is what John from TYT had hinted at once in terms of talking about Dave Rubin, where it's like, oh, if you didn't even know how to pronounce Bolsonaro like 24 hours ago, we probably shouldn't hear your opinion on Bolsonaro, because that indicates to us that you're not actually educated at all at the topic, not even in the slightest. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just reacting to other people, and your opinions are reactions to others. So you don't have any actual thoughts. You see what the other side says, and then whatever the response to the other side is, your opinion then manifests itself rather than actually having any thoughts of your own. You're just a reactionary. And so what this tweet symbolizes and what it means is Sargon is nothing but a troll. And his Twitter header is now a picture of Bolsonaro, I think, with some like aggrandizing picture or whatnot. So his aim there is to troll. Now, if you recall, when I did an interview with him, I asked, he said he supports Donald Trump and he had a MAGA hat, and I was pretty surprised by that. And I asked him why, and basically his response was, it makes the left howl. Basically, it triggers the libs. And so what that means is no one should take Sargon seriously. And so when I'm doing this, I'm not taking him seriously. I'm just, making fun of him at this point. I mean, I'm not seriously sitting here considering him a legitimate, honest actor. And this is what I want you to really take away from this. Sargon is A, not an honest actor, and B, a simple troll, and C, a reactionary. Okay? That is Sargon's entire being condensed into one. He's a troll, he's a reactionary, and he's not an honest actor, period. The guy didn't even know how to spell Bolsonaro. How are you going to give your opinion on someone when you exude such an indication that you don't even know anything about him, to the point where you can't even spell the man's name? I mean, I dread hearing him say his name on that same day. I don't even know, it might be Bolsonaro or something crazy like that. But basically what this tweet says is, if I see people with cringy stuff like hammers and sickles in their Twitter headers, which are pretty cringy if you ask me, but whatever they say, I'm on the other side. So even if they're objectively right, I'm on the other side because, hey, you know what I am? I'm not an honest actor. I don't have any thoughts of my own. Psh. Psh. What? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. So whatever the hammer and sickles say on Twitter, he's on the opposite, because he doesn't have any legitimate thoughts of his own. The dude's a troll. He doesn't have any thoughts of his own. And so the point here being, and by the way, I want to mention that, like, Roaming Millennial, being the total imbecile that she is, tweeted I hate when people do these kinds of, and sometimes they can be accurate, but they make up their own dialogue representing the sides. It's like, let's be real, dude. A, it's probably not accurate, and B, you have a conflict of interest here. Why are you even posting this in the fucking first place? And anyways, she tried posting something dumb. Not surprising. She's a mini Dave Rubin plus Ben Shapiro, pretty much. So nothing to be surprised there at. But that's the first thing. Now, on top of that, he also seems to have some really weird delusions of grandeur, which is kind of weird and creepy. But Vadim posted this on Twitter. He said, "Save the drama for your mama, people. Carl's here to defeat, quote, commie scum. Please, everyone, just step back and let the man who's cosplaying as a cast member of the Expendables in his thumbnail do his job." So he posted this just a couple days ago, by the way. I think it was like 4 days ago. And here's what he said. Now, he was responding to someone. I don't know what the tweet is responding to was, but here's what he responds with. He says, "I'm here to win, man. I just don't care about drama. I'm just here to defeat the commie scum who are destroying our civilizations." Whoa, dude. This sounds like the storyline of a movie, of like a movie protagonist who's trying to save the world from the commie scum that exists on the internet. Like, dude, how much delusions of grandeur do you have to send out a tweet that dumb, dude? Are you kidding me? He said, "I don't care. I just don't care about drama. I'm just here to defeat the commie scum who are destroying our civilizations." Okay, dude. Why dude? He's sounding like he's like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the Kamehameha struggle with Cell, where super perfect cells come back and his arm's already broken, and he's fucking barely got any he's barely got any ki left, and he's barely surviving. Then he's trying to fight for his life in the planet's life. That's what he sounds like right now, except he's not Gohan. He's not in that situation. Gohan is actually in that situation. You're on the internet sending dumbass tweets, reactionary tweets, by the way, tweets that are so dumb, it's impossible to take them seriously, and you think you're actually contributing to the world. Dude, you're a shit poster. You're not here to defeat anybody but yourself, because your reputation gets worse by the day that you express your thoughts in any format, whether it be a tweet, whether it be a video, whatever the fuck it is, okay? It doesn't matter. You are losing credibility by the day because it took a real big hit, because I now have literal recent evidence of you just being a massive reactionary troll who doesn't actually have any thoughts of your own. You're just a joke and a fraud, a sad one at that, by the way. Really embarrassing to say the least, man. So embarrassing. I'm here to win, man. I just don't care about drama. You don't care about drama? You're always embroiled in drama. Stop it, dude. That's what keeps your channel running. Let's keep it real, man. There's no problem with drama, but don't try and act like you're not, you don't care about it. Stop it, bro. You veer off that. Let's keep it real. I'm just here to defeat the commie scum who are destroying our civilizations. Imagine thinking that commies are the real problem in the... Now, commies are cringy. I don't like commies either. I think communism is pretty dumb, especially when you talk about tankies. Tankies are total garbage. But imagine thinking that communism is the problem that we're facing in any nation. Okay, in any... Well, actually, that's not true. Let's stick with the U.S., the U.K., let's stick with the first world countries. Imagine being in the UK or the US especially, but even the UK, I see a lot of people smearing Jeremy Corbyn as an anti-Semite and dumb stuff like that. So even in the UK, how on God's green earth could you picture communism and commies, especially considering this? I do not see commies in real life. I see them flooded on Twitter, but that's because I think that they're a vocal minority, and I think that's really the only place they can really be. Like, you don't really see that many commies in real life. But on Twitter, you definitely do see them. You see the hammers and sickles. You see the cringe lords, and it's just really cringy, I know. But imagine thinking that the number one problem facing us in the United States, he doesn't even live here, by the way, he's in the UK, so let's talk even about the UK, is communism. You'd have to be such a massive joke, which is what he is, by the way, to believe that. And it's just sad. The guy's not to be taken seriously. He's a joke and a fraud.